Hello friends, welcome, it's Gina. This is the Rebookery channel and I'm popping in today just because I want to show you what I have been up to. So these books that I've been working on this weekend, they have been a long time coming. I actually started these back in August and then life just got in the way and I finally have them finished. So I'm hoping to have about 10 in this collection. And I'm going to call this collection Childhood Favorites. So there's some Golden books, and then there's some Whitman Tell-a-Tale books. But anyway, I'm super excited because I'm adding some elements to these books that I have never added to journals before. I'm trying to make them really fun and interactive and kind of unique. So before I bind this, I thought I would take a peek inside and kind of deconstruct the journal and show you some of the interactive components. So this one is the Return to Oz, so it's kind of like Wizard of Oz theme, but it's a loosely interpreted theme, so it's not all Wizard of Oz, but I tried to include garden and things that had to do with nature and outdoor. So one of the things I'm kind of excited about is 5 of the larger ones actually have the complete story, and that should be all in order. Like, that was really hard for me to make sure that I got it all in order. So the pages will be numbered and the whole complete story is there. So I think that's kind of sweet because it just kind of gives you another layer to your journaling, because not only is it about you and your scrapbooking and your memory keeping and your journaling, but it's also got the story that may be one that you've loved since you were a little kid, or maybe it's one, for me personally, I always like to include stories or books that my children loved. So one of the interactive components that I have is I've made a pocket out of some old bank notes, and I just sewed it onto the edge of this ledger paper. So I thought that was kind of a cool little unique feature. Another one is this spinner. So there will be one spinner in each of the journals, and it's just a cardboard, like almost like a game spinner. And then I used a brad to fasten it, just added a little piece of book paper, and then it came with this little pointer. This is not vintage, but I did find it at a secondhand store. And then on the back of that, to cover up the back of the brad, I've just stuck in a library pocket. And again, this is not vintage, this is a newer library pocket. So you can also see that I have some tabbed pages. So there will be 6 of these tabbed kind of file folder pages in the journals. Then, let's see, some fun pockets that I've made. Oh, here's a fun one. Okay, so on this one, this is embroidery. So it'll either be embroidery pattern, or it will be a sewing or knitting pattern. So it's glued on the front, and then on the back I have book pages from another little golden book. It's not the same one as the title of this one, but it'll have the old pages. Sorry, that's my doggy, he sees somebody out front. So then I sewed in a pocket, and this pocket is from a clock. So when I used to teach 1st grade and 2nd grade, we used these a lot to tell time. So my kiddos would use them. So again, not vintage, but I did get them at a secondhand shop. So this will be a fun little pocket. So there will be one of those in each of the journals. Sorry, my dog is so loud. His bark is awful. He's a basset hound, and his bark is deafening. I mean, deafening. It is awful. And he's just a big old baby, but man, when he gets to barking, oh my gosh. So this is a little pocket out of some vintage cards that I found at my epic estate sale that I went to a couple weeks ago. Actually went to it twice. And this one is 3 little pigs. Some pockets, some fold outs. Okay, here's where it gets good. Okay, so check this out. So this is a piece of vellum, and it's floral, and you can kind of see through it. Then on the other side, I have made little photo like frames where you can slip something in. So let me pull a piece of paper out here. So it's a pocket that you can slip a photo in here. You can slip a journaling card in here. I'll obviously fill it before I sell them. I'll fill all the pockets and everything, but you'll be able to see it from this side, from the vellum side, and then you'll be able to see it from this side. And then I embossed around the frame and then added just some gold. Now this is old like framing materials. This had to do with matting and framing, and these are just little bits that I had that I glued onto this. So there's that. And then on the other side, there's another scrap cut out. This one is a heart, and I just sewed some trim. And again, this will be a pocket, and you'll be able to see it from this side. So I'm really excited about that. I want to include one of these in my little journal, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that since my signatures are already sewn in. Okay, so now this, really love this. Okay, so this is a book cover from an old, and I think this is called a Sunny book. Yeah, Sunny book, 19 cents. So it's really old. So that's where the extra pages, the extra storybook pages came from. There was like 4 or 5 of these that I used. But I took the covers and I cut little holes or squares in them. So I cut it on both sides, and then put one of the book pages on the other side, glued it, stitched it, added trim. So now this becomes a pocket with a peek hole. So again, you could add, and I'll fill this, but you could add all kinds of cool little journaling or some fun photos in here, and it'll peek through from the front. It'll peek through from the back, so you could actually add 2 pieces of paper, one for this side, one for this side, and then do the same thing over here. So I am so excited because I think that is so cool to have it interactive like that. So these will be, there will be one of these in each of the journals. And then let's see if there's anything else that I wanted to point out. That might be it. I went crazy with fabric from my Epic estate sale. I used a lot of the fabric from my Epic estate sale. Tried to load it up, but then also left a lot of blank pages for you to do some journaling in. And obviously I haven't filled all of the pockets and envelopes and all that good stuff. Here's another double pocket here. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm not done with these yet. I have 4 complete, and then I have about 6 more that I want to finish putting together, and then I have to bind them all. So I'm really, really excited about this, but I just kind of wanted to sneak peek, show you guys a couple of things. I also have some other little interactive bits that I might throw in, just because I'm really into this whole peeking through and picture frames and sliding things out. And yeah, so it's kind of cool. This release will be December 2nd on Saturday. And I don't know what time and all that good stuff, because I have to chaperone a dance the night before, so I'm going to have to figure out how tired and everything I'm going to be. But I am super, super, super excited about these journals. They're going to be really thick. They're going to have about 140 pages plus an envelope, and then it'll come with a bag of journaling goodies and all kinds of groovy things. And I will absolutely do a full flip through of all of the journals once I get them all finished. So in the meantime, guys, have a great rest of the day. And even though you don't have one of these journals right yet, maybe you could somehow figure out a way to do some interactive sort of journaling this week in your own journal. Maybe you can figure out some way to add a little peek hole or a pocket that slides in and out. Maybe you could use one of those Waterfall pockets that I did a tutorial on a week or so ago, and make your journaling fun and make it interactive. Guys, have a great rest of the day, and I will see you later. Bye.